How are you guys all doing today? What? Awesome. So I am very excited. Right? The green light is on. Thank you, love. All right, can you hear me now? Yes. Okay, good. Now I won't lose my voice. So I'm very excited to moderate the Health and Happiness panel. My name is Nicaila Briggs. You might have seen me out on one of the vendor tables. I'm also a pure romance consultant. So yes, everybody know what pure romance is? If not, come find me and I will change your life. Yes! As a pure romance consultant, I find it very important to talk about health and happiness with all women. And for me, health and happiness is a three-part tier. You have to take care of your physical health, you have to take care of your mental health, and you have to take care of your sexual health. And as empowered women, it is our duty to take control of our sexual health. With that being said, I'm going to let the panel introduce themselves, all these lovely powerhouses right here. So ladies, just tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, and what health and happiness means to you.
Hi guys, my name is Maggie Schmidt, formerly Maggie Ruedas, what you'll see in the panel. You got me here last weekend, y'all. And I am a certified holistic health coach, and I help women who have hormonal imbalances and inflammatory conditions minimize inflammation through diet and lifestyle interventions. And so some of you may know, over the last 3 years, I've had some of my own health issues. And when conventional medicine left me with little to no options other than a symptom-suppressing pill, I knew I had to find a way to get better. And so through my journey, what I found, it was the things that I was eating daily. It was the way that I was thinking, the way I was moving, the way I was interacting with the world. And most importantly, as soon as I started processing through unhealed trauma, I realized things started to get a lot better. So now what I do is I help women with these same issues start to learn to take control of their own health, because we all deserve to be healthier and happier.
Hey everyone, I'm Simone McKenna. I'm originally from Australia, but I've been calling Columbus home for the past 3 years. I'm a certified personal trainer, an online influencer. I work with women to live a life of confidence, happiness, and passion. I'm addicted to peanut butter and red wine. And I secretly want to be a backup dancer. So thanks for that little introduction, DJ. I loved every minute of it.
Hi, my name is Neha Basala. I'm very thankful for Nellie having me come speak at this panel today. I work in IT as an IT professional. I'm also a model, and I just started dabbling in pageantry. I'm competing in Miss Ohio USA next weekend in Cincinnati. Thank you. Just a little bit about me and what health and happiness means is just being confident in yourself, taking any advice with like a grain of salt, and just knowing what works for you might not work for someone else, and just being happy with what works for you, because just knowing that something might not work for someone else is okay, and just being different and unique is okay. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Erica Pullen, and I'm the founder of the Wild Sage Collective, which is a retail shop that specializes in all things spiritual and woo-woo, things to help you on your spiritual journey. So things like crystals and meditation beads and oracle cards, bracelets on the 7 major chakras. So all things weird and woo-woo, and I try to demystify them for you to show you how to use them in your everyday life. In addition, I'm also a meditation teacher through the lineage of David G, which means I just take the approach to meditation of whatever works for you, or what I like to call rebel meditation. Finding what works for you and showing you how to ritualize that into your day. So health and happiness for me is really kind of a vague answer, but I'm a meditation teacher, so I get to be vague. But it's really getting in touch with my ever-changing needs and figuring out how the hell I'm going to fulfill them. I also have 3 daughters, so sometimes getting them into the mix of fulfilling my needs and to my health and happiness, they're always a factor in there too. So.
Hi, I'm Nina Boyce. I'm a holistic women's hormone coach, and much like Maggie, I went through my own story struggling with anxiety, and that's what got me to do this work now. So I focus a lot on hormones and periods. I pretty much talk about periods all day long. I have a podcast called Healing Hormones where we discuss all the topics that your doctors don't really tell you when you go to the office and you're struggling with symptoms, and there's not, you're not looking for the one-size-fit-all pill answer. So that's where I focus. I focus a lot on nutrition and mindset, how to heal anxiety naturally. And happiness, and the Health and Happiness panel is obviously rings true to me since I struggled with panic attacks about a few years ago. So I had to learn how to understand the signs that my body was telling me, what nutrition was going to help calm my body and my hormones. I got into Reiki and crystals and spirituality and meditation. So I learned all of these different tools to help heal the body, and now that's what I teach women.
Hi, my name is Sydney Bowditch. I'm an intuitive eating counselor, health coach, and the author of Letting Go of Leo. I work with perfection-minded women to help them heal their relationships with food and their bodies. Health and happiness together, to me, means finding a way to take care of my whole self, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in a way that allows me to experience more joy in my real life. So I'm so happy to be here with you guys today and so grateful to Nellie.
Hi guys, I'm Allison Atwood. I am a early childhood educator who is on her own health and happiness journey. I have lost 195 pounds through diet and lifestyle changes, and I have also spent my life dealing with depression and anxiety. I have found that addressing my anxieties has helped a lot in that journey, so I think that's what health and happiness means to me.
Hey everybody, I'm not on. Trade. Hi everybody, I'm Kristen Gibson with 614 Boudoir, and thanks. Health and happiness to me always has started with confidence. So as a plus size woman, I feel like confidence has played a role in every area of my life, from career to relationships, and I feel like having that first component, I know that a lot of people feel like you have it all together first and then you have confidence, but for me it's always been the opposite. So in any area that I'm confident, I excel. So I work with women of all shapes, sizes, ages, stages of life for boudoir photography to inspire them to love their body as it is now and see that they don't need to change anything to feel beautiful and sexy and empowered.
Hello everyone, can you hear me all right? Perfect. My name is Amy Yarger. I am from the Columbus, Ohio area. I created a company called Alyssa Waits that sends monthly touchstones to people who are along in their journey. The last 8 years of my life have been a beautiful shit show. And I say that because every year there's something new, I had a daughter, and having that daughter brought back a lot of unprocessed trauma that I succumbed to as a child. And each year there's been a new shedding of like an onion, right? New things to process through. And I discovered different modalities in like the spiritual woo-woo area. So I really think there's mind, body, spirit alignment when it comes to health and happiness. All three of those things need to be in flow within your body to achieve true happiness and to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm fucking beautiful.
Yes! Can we get a round of applause for these powerhouses up here? All right, ladies, here's our first question. What is one thing you have to do every day when it comes to your health and your happiness?
I'll go ahead. So one thing that I noticed for myself is if I don't start the day with enough protein and enough healthy fat, that my anxiety levels are going to be off the charts. And this is one thing that I preach with my own clients, but it's something that I have to do for myself. Breakfast is going to be really important for me. So I have to plan out what I'm doing Whether that's making some overnight oats at home the night before so that I'm ready, or knowing that I'm going to make like an egg scramble the next day. It's like prioritizing breakfast for me and a little bit of mindfulness and breathing before I leave for the day. I know that I'm gonna set my body up for success, so.
I'm so happy that you said like breathing and mindfulness.
I added that in, yeah, it's a big
Did you
one.
look at me? 'Cause
I thought of you right next to me, yeah.
So, and absolutely, and that's how I start my day, is I learned how to ritualize my meditation practice so that I could get it in the first thing in the morning when I woke up. Jumping into a meditation really starts my day. I struggled with anxiety for years before I found this practice and was able to really do it daily. And just, even if it's 30 seconds when you wake up and you like sit up in bed and you just take a minute to reconnect with yourself, it makes all the difference in the world. So whether that's 30 seconds or 30 minutes, it's amazing, so.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was going to say a positive affirmation. So whether it be a personal development book you're reading, or on Instagram, or wherever it is that you go for inspiration, starting your day with that positive thought, because when you feel good and you tell yourself it's going to be a good day, you're more confident, which allows you to be open to more opportunities, and the rest of your day is kind of set up for success with that good mindset.
So it sounds like we have quite a few ladies on this panel here who struggled with mental health, depression, anxiety. So my next question is, do you have a therapist? If so, or if not, do you think having one is something to consider for your overall wellness and happiness?
Hell yes.
Yes, yes, and yes.
What is one thing, do you think they should start with a therapist, or do you think you should start with something more holistic? Like, where do you think is a good starting point for the ladies out here who kind of want to start making those changes?
Let me tell you, ladies, when I first got sick 3 years ago and I was bedbound, I couldn't get up and down my steps. It was not good. And I watched the movie You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. In that moment, I knew, it just came to me, because I think innately we all know exactly what we need to get well, to feel well, to do our best, to grow a business, whatever it may be. I think innately we know exactly what we need to do. And what came to me that day is I said, I know that if I want to start feeling better, I need to believe that I can get better. And I was like, I am going to take my ass to therapy. And that's the very first thing I did. I couldn't get up, I couldn't move around, but I got on the internet and I found a therapist. And I wholeheartedly believe, you can change your diet, you can do all these little things that are so massively important, but having the right support is so incredibly key. And also having someone in your support system to help you navigate through a lot of these unhealed, trauma that we have, the anxiety, the depression. Like they know how to navigate that path, and it's so important to have someone in your corner that can help you navigate that.
I'll speak a little bit about that too. Not everyone has dealt with childhood trauma, so I'm kind of going to speak to those individuals who maybe have dealt with that and are maybe trying to navigate the whole thing, like, is this really what's happening? Is it maybe some unrepressed trauma? 3 years ago, I, like her, like she just said, to get out of bed was so fucking hard. And I had a 2-year-old at the time, and I'm trying to think, how old was my daughter? 6. They fucking annoyed the shit out of me, right? Like, all I wanted to do is just be left the fuck alone. There was no pill that was going to help me not be left the fuck alone. It was me having to slowly process through that journey and realize I need fucking help. I need to speak to someone. I don't know what's going on with me. It's the gluten, taking that away helped. The processed sugar, that really helped. But what really helped was knowing what was occurring is Addie, my daughter, was becoming to the age where I had succumbed to trauma. And it was me still being mentally back in that time frame, dealing with that. And I took a therapy called EMDR. It's trauma therapy for people of unprocessed emotions. Wow, it's fucking epic and life-changing. I am happy to get up in the morning. I am thankful that my body has brought me this far. And I am thankful to the inner child who can speak as an adult and say, if you have trauma, find a counselor. Get that shit out of your body. This is our one life to live. Get it out. You deserve to be happy.
And I want to add on that note, trauma is not objective. It is subjective. So if you are struggling with something and you're like, oh, it's not that bad. I wasn't raped. I wasn't abused as a child. I'm fine. If you feel you're struggling with something, seek the help, because no one can tell you that you're not suffering if you are.
I want to add to that as well, because that is such an amazing point. I was in a pretty abusive relationship. I got out of it, don't worry. But I remember when I was in it being like, well, it wasn't that bad because I wasn't in the hospital.
Yes.
Like I only got pushed, I only got strangled, I didn't get punched, so it wasn't that bad. So can you see how like that's such a difference? I mean, I still got strangled. Like yeah, it was still bad and still traumatic. So absolutely, to your point, that is 100% accurate.
Yes. All right, ladies, here's my favorite question you get asked, and if you listen to my intro, you'll know why. How does your body image influence how you engage sexually with yourself and with your partner?
I can weigh in on that.
Yes!
So in every way possible. Our body image affects everything that we do every day, from putting on clothes to how we walk out the door, and definitely how we engage sexually with ourselves and our partners. So second to being not attracted whatsoever to your partner, our own body image is the biggest, now I'm off again. They don't like me, the mics. Lack of confidence is the biggest detriment to your own arousal and desire. So, now I lost my train of thought. What was the question?
Body image.
Oh, yes, so body image can be played into with your health and your wellness, your mental health for sure. Whether or not you get up in the morning and put on makeup, you do your hair, you're wearing a cute outfit, you're wearing a matching bra and panty set. All of those things will help your body image, and if you're not taking care of yourself, or first and foremost, mentally or physically, then you're not going to feel confident, and that confidence is what is going to lead you to have a detriment in your desire with yourself or your partner.
When I think about body image, I have a mantra that I like to say, which is look at it less and live in it more. And when I think about how that relates to our sexual relationships, either with a partner or with ourselves.
Say that one again.
Look at it less and live in it more.
There you go.
And I think about pleasure and I think about intimacy, and our sexual relationships don't happen in a bubble, they happen in the context of our entire lives. So I think we really have to look at, are we allowing ourselves to feel pleasure in lots of different areas of our life? Do we feel we are worthy of pleasure? Are we putting off pleasure until X, Y, or Z happens? And the same with intimacy. Do we have intimacy in our relationships with ourselves? Do we have them with our partners, not just in a sexual way, but in other ways as well? And that's how I really see like body image playing into sexual relationships. When there's pleasure and there's intimacy in lots of different areas in life, it's a lot easier to allow that and experience that and pursue that in our sexual relationships as well.
I just want to add a little piece, just the hormonal piece of it. So this is something that I've struggled with, and like I said, I talk about periods a lot. I also talk about libido a lot. And so one thing that we need to do is make sure that we're also pleasuring ourselves. And so when we get confident with ourselves, and we have to retrain our body to really feel what pleasure is, and also we have to make sure that we're paying attention to, well, what's going on underneath the surface with our hormones? Is it our estrogen levels? Is this something that's playing a role in it as well? And then once you start focusing on yourself, and it's also mental, so it's not just physical, so looking in the mirror and honoring your body and honoring what she's doing for you and building that confidence, and that also supports your hormones, and then you can take it, and whether it's with your significant other, boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, whatever it may be, it starts to translate over.
Now, don't be ashamed, take that 30 minutes to meditate for yourself. Don't be ashamed to give yourself that orgasm. We all need them, ladies. Every single one of us. One a day will keep the doctor away, okay?
Maybe you can do it right after your meditation. Just say,
You
am I
get your
gonna be
mind ready,
ready?
and then you get your body ready. All right, here's our last question, and I kind of want everyone down the line to kind of answer on this one. But what is just one more thing that you like to fit into your day for yourself? Whether that's at the beginning, in the middle, in a headstrong moment, like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out, or at the end of the day to kind of unwind. What's that one thing that you just like to, I can't live my day without?
For me, I would say just collecting my thoughts, because my plate is always full. I like pile so many things on there because I want to do everything. There's like not a single thing I want to leave out, where it's like a workout that's coming up or like a fun event like this. I just want to do everything. So what I do is at the end of the day, I go through my physical planner that I have, and I go through my Google Calendar, and I put everything to match up. Doesn't matter if I wrote it in that physical calendar, I write it in my phone as well. Make sure that everything is written down somewhere, because I want to basically clear my mind before I go to bed, and I usually throw on a face mask or whatever, and then I end up watching Netflix for a little bit. Don't have a lot of time to watch anything, but that's kind of my routine. And usually, if I have time, I know a lot of people have resonated with and mentioned meditation. I will do that sometimes, whether it's in the morning or in the night, for about like 5 minutes or so, along the lines of just clearing my mind, because I don't want my mind running while I'm trying to go to bed. So that's something that I do.
I would say, obviously you all know what I'm gonna say. But in addition to that, and just knowing that you have the time, right, and clearing that out. So a mantra that I use a lot and use it pretty much every day is, I have all the time I need. And saying that, repeating that really helps slow me down, so I'm not anxiously running through and trying to get everything done and make sure my girls are taken care of and the business is taken care of. But that mantra of, I have all the time I need, helps to kind of settle everything down, and for me to be able to just enjoy the moments, because that's what it's all about, is enjoying the present moments.
I'll go. Okay, perfect. It's working now. I definitely want to go after Eric on that one, because I sat in her meditation a couple weeks ago where she had that mantra, and holy shit, it is powerful. I have literally had all the time I've needed since I've done that mantra. It's incredible. And it's just the repeating factor, and I think we did like over the mala beads. Oh, I could cry. Okay, what was the question? Oh, all right. So I start my morning off with a shower, a hot shower. And I know that might sound crazy, like everyone does that, or at least you try to make time to do that. But I kind of take on a lot of people's junk, whether it's kids, husband, or just other people. Maybe someone looked at me weird and I thought to myself, oh, did they not like me? When I'm scrubbing up and sudsing up, I catch an eye on one big bubble set. And I put it in the water and I watch that bitch go down my body, hit the floor in the shower, and watch it go right down the drain. And it's done. I start the new day fresh.
So probably a lot of you would think hair and makeup and a cute outfit have a lot to do with my daily routine. But I want to share with you something that I've done recently. And that is, I've taken a Marie Kondo approach to all the beauty ideals that I see in the media. And I've decided that if it doesn't serve me or bring me joy, then I'm not doing it on a daily basis. So today I'm wearing lashes, I've got lipstick on, I've got my cute outfit, I got my jewelry, but most of the week I have a bun and I've got sweatpants, and that serves me and that brings me joy. But also I wanted to say that I need music in my life every day, so whether that means singing or dancing, but somehow expressing myself and having that energy move through me, like either out of my mouth, singing, screaming at the top of my lungs. Whitney Houston is the best. Or dancing to get like that energy flowing through my body. Those two things are so important in my daily routine.
For me, I think my one thing is journaling, and even if it's just one sentence a day or pages a day, it really helps me align my thoughts with my actions. and put into words what's going on in my mind. It can be hard to organize what's going on up there, especially if it's just cycling. So if I don't have a chance to talk to somebody, I know that I can always turn to my journal every morning. I usually do it before work, and I have my goals set for the day, or I have just that one mantra. I have my wristband that says, just fucking do it. And my phone, the background of my phone says, you are enough on your own. So just having little reminders in places where I can easily access them really helps.
I feel like that ties in nicely with mine. So when I left every single person and every single thing that I knew 3 years ago to move here, this is where my husband grew up, which has brought me here. I was a school teacher back home, and I taught 7th grade for 8 years. And I used to make my class, so 13 and 14-year-olds over there, when we come in from lunch break, I'd make them write in a gratitude journal, just one thing in their day that is good. And when I left, they gifted me a whole stack of the same gratitude journal. And I've been writing it every day since then. And then I think it was about 2 months ago, I went to an event with Nellie and Chrissy, and they talked about sharing or just talking with somebody every day, like sharing a compliment. So now instead of just writing in my gratitude journal for something that I'm thankful for, I will just take a photo of that and send it to the person who made me feel that way. And the feeling that I get from that just makes my entire day. It might be something as small as, Amy texted me to see how I was doing, or Nellie asked me to speak in an event, or so-and-so said they like my shoes. It might be somebody in the grocery store that I don't even know that complimented my eyes or my hair or whatever it might be. And there's something really powerful in knowing that you've lifted somebody else's day, but psych, they actually did the same thing to you. So I really like that, and I really encourage you to do the same if you're looking for something, one little thing that you can do.
Anybody else? All right, so we've got a little less than a minute left, and I want to do something a little different. So I actually want everyone in the room to kind of stand up. Everybody, on your feet, right now. Let's go, 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 go! All right, so along the lines of the meditation and the empowerment of all these beautiful women up here have been talking about, I want you guys to say something back to us. As loud, as screaming as you can, I want you to say these words: I am enough. I am enough. You guys can be much louder than that. Blow the roof off of this building. We are bringing power and energy. What do you say? I